exciting Monday. It's Opportunity Mondays. So without further delay, let's get started on Opportunity Mondays. Before that, a little bit about CareerCarve. This is our 15th year of existence. We have worked with 60,000 students, over 50 colleges, and we work a lot in the employability space. We have a resume builder, we have a mobile app, we do interview prep, we do one-on-one mentoring. But most importantly, why you're here today, we do a lot of live sessions. Okay. And some of these live sessions are about jobs. Okay. We are the career accelerators for Gen Z. And today you're part of career acceleration sessions, Opportunity Mondays by CareerCarve. Okay. Today, we have 5 very interesting companies who are going to talk about opportunities that exist in these companies. We've got the CIO Association of India, we've got Chartered Waters, Stratbeans, Humming Minds, PickYourTrail. Okay, these are the companies. They'll come one by one and they will talk about what opportunities they have. But how do you get in touch with this recruiter? How do you apply for this job? Very simple. You log into careercarve.com. You will see this. Once you're logged in, you see a tab called Jobs. Okay. And once jobs are there, you go to the job that you're interested in and then you apply. There are more than the 5 jobs that we're talking about today. So you can always go ahead and apply to these jobs. This is our QR code for careercarve.com. Okay. So you can go ahead and use this. So yeah, so that's a little bit about us. So we will now talk about the first company, which is the CIO Association of India. We have a co-host with us, Prithviraj Srinivasan, and we also have Amrinder Singh, who is the CIO of CIO Association of India. Okay. Welcome, Prithviraj. Hi, how are you doing? Amrinder, are you on the call? Hey, Prithviraj. Prithviraj, are you there? Hey, Amrinder. Hey, Prithviraj.
Yeah, hi. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Amrinder, so I'll stop sharing. I'll hand over to you so that, okay. So over to Prithviraj and Amrinder. Prithviraj, if you can just start with a quick intro about yourself, and then Amrinder can take over from that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Prithviraj,
Hi,
go ahead.
Prithviraj. Go ahead.
Hello, sir. So one question that I wanted to ask to the panel was with regards to what is the core deliverable of CAO Association is, because I got to know that it was a company. It was a press company, but I just need a brief overview with regards to what is the core offering of CAO Association.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, Amrinder, if you can just bring up your slides, that'll be very easy.
Sure. You would want me to share or you are sharing? I'm easy with both.
No, I'll bring it up.
Or if you want, I can share, and then that way.
Yeah. No, I'll bring it up.
That'll be good. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll just bring that up. Okay. Yeah, sure. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So first of all, good evening, everyone, dear friends. A warm welcome to all of you. Thanks a lot to the CareerCarve team to give us an opportunity to talk to you. And as Prithviraj asked me about my organization, I work for CIO Association of India. CIO stands for Chief Information Officer. All of you have been studying in academic institutes. Somebody in your organization is taking a decision about which IT your institute is using for networking, what devices are being used by faculty, what systems run in library, how do you manage your admission process, your fees. There is someone who's taking those IT decisions. And we run a community of those decision makers, and we want to focus on their leadership journey. So Prithviraj, I hope that, and we do that by multiple ways, which is what I will be happy to share with the applicants. Is that fine?
Yes, sir. Fine.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, dear friends, before I talk about my organization, I want to talk about you. I want to quickly give you an overview, which I think no one gave me when I was in your shoes. So, so I'll start with you. Swaroop, the next slide, please. Quick. Hey, so friends, exciting time from you. You're getting out of the college soon, in the college, right? So basically, do you know what is the world waiting for you? What are the opportunities waiting for you? So basically, I've summarized for you. There are three main buckets of opportunities you have. First is the India opportunity. From this year to 2047, we complete 100 years of independence. The government has an ambition of Viksit Bharat. So you have basically three plays in India, right? You stay, okay, if you consume Swiggy or Zomato, it is basically, India to India play, right? If you go to rural area, it is the Bharat play. And when you talk about GCCs in India serving their global companies, that is the global play out of India. So within India, you have three opportunities: India to India, India to Bharat, or globe, right? That's one. Second is, if you look at global opportunity, you want to go abroad, you need to know what will, you already know the current news, the kind of the wars which is happening, the trade tariffs, things like that. So you need to understand about the politics, about the economics, about the social and demography of what's happening globally, to be able to make the most out of that opportunity. And one thing which is the most disruptive for your career when you're going to join the workforce is AI, right? And there is a fear that AI will take jobs, and it is also that AI will create newer jobs, right? So do you know about the future of work, workforce, and workplace with AI, right? And lastly, for a moment, forget about your career and know how life would be for next 75 years. The world is changing. You need to know that. Yeah, quickly, we'll go to the next slide, right? Cool. Okay. So basically, we spoke about, I told you about those three opportunities and how the life would be. So that is your operating landscape. You need to know that. If you don't, you are in the dark, right? So now let us talk about, we'll move to the next slide, Swaroop, on what is the best for you, right? To be able to deal with that. So what is best for you? In my opinion, there are four things. One is that you need to completely get out of your comfort zone, which is what we want to do if we get a chance to work together, because comfort zone will not give you the the growth which you need. Second is, we would want you to build breadth. Right now we want you to be jack of all trades, do many things, learn, experiment before you choose to build a depth in a specific area. Third is, you have to build skills. You have to transition from spoon feeding. Please don't mind me using that term, but you need to transition from spoon feeding to DIY, do it yourself. It is a do it by, you're already doing it as part of your projects. There's so much people can do with Gen AI. So you need to, you need to move that. And you need to experiment, learn, and fail. And next is, you need to build a network which will help you as you go along. So this is the four things which is best for you. Swaroop, next slide. And so given the opportunity landscape for you, and given what is best for you, that is exactly what my company is offering to you, right? So I work for CIO Association of India. We started in 2008. So you can imagine, so 2008 must be a playful time for you. It's still a playful time for us over here. We are a community of CIOs, Chief Information Officers, Chief Information Security Officers, Chief Technology Officers, Chief Digital Officers, Chief Digital Information Officers, right? And senior and mid-level IT decision makers, right? These are the people who are moving the companies forward. All these personas come under the IT, digital, security, privacy, tech, and related kind of area. So these are the people whose community we have built, and we want to engage with them. And in terms of in terms of what do we do, we are a community. We are also an audience company. We reach out to audience for the events. We are a B2B media company. We do also do our research, publications. We do events, and we are a bespoke partner to sponsors. So you can imagine that we have a huge breadth of offerings. Yeah, we move ahead. So what do you gain by working with us? You basically gain these four things. One is you network with CXOs, our members. You learn about what is happening latest in the world of business technology and AI. You become a part of nurturing our community, conducting the events, doing the research, working in the media field, developing content, and you get a lot of freedom, and we give you candid feedback. We are a small organization. I'll stop here. Prithviraj, over to you.
Yes, sir. So my name is Prithviraj Srinivasan. Sir, the one question that I have is that if we are getting on board to work in CIO, what would
Yeah.
what would our primary deliverable be? What are the job roles, and what is the primary deliverable of each job role?
Sure, sure. So see, as I told you, we are giving you a platform to do variety of tasks. So you basically will be working on three things. One is that you'll be working on whatever is currently going on in the organization. It could be research, it could be an event, it could be a community initiative. So whatever is going on in the organization, you become a part of it because it's live. That is one. Second is we'll work on a foundation layer. There are things which our company needs, which we have not built. So you and I will be working together, to build that. And once you're a little comfortable, we will let you choose any project of your liking, where you say, okay, fine. For example, you say, fine. You may come and say, okay, the data privacy law is coming, in India, and we want to work on that space. We want to do an event in that space. Go ahead. You can do that. So basically, ongoing project, whichever it is, and second is foundation layer for the organization, and third is you can choose your pet project once you're a little bit comfortable. But all of it would include reading, learning, developing content, interacting with CXOs, and using like various tools. Yeah.
All right, sir. Done.
Yeah. Okay. I hope you are doing good on time. So quickly, so you'll ask who's an ideal candidate, right? So first of all, we are a small organization. We are a remote organization. We like people who take extreme ownership. You have to move the needle, right? You are responsible for it. You move the needle. It is perfectly all right if you make mistakes. We have no problems with that. But you not doing something is a big problem, right? So basically, you take initiative to start something and you ship it, right? From starting to shipping is most important. It's like a startup. You have to dirty your hands, right? Second is so taking initiative is the most important thing. Second is communication, comprehension, articulation, and presentation. This will be even more important. My dear friends, let me tell you very upfront. With more and more of AI, you need to be more and more of human being. Trust me, authenticity matters, empathy matters. Everybody can send messages, system generated messages, chat GPT messages. It is the human messages which make a difference, right? That is why I put this slide for you. I put it first from your perspective, not from my perspective, because I want to connect with you. So that is very, very important. And you have to present, learn and present, and you need to learn new things, and you should be willing to do that. The next one is obviously the content development. Content is the king. We are drowning in content, so you have to do something really clutter-free. We are a professional network. LinkedIn is important for us, but you can bring in your Facebook, your Instagram, Twitter. We have to use Gen AI tools. Newer and newer tools come every day. We have to do that. And we develop presentations and videos. Right. And let me tell you one last, I've been giving a lot of advice. Let me give you my last piece of advice. It's not about talent. It's about discipline. It's not about competency. It's about hustle. It's not about motivation. It's about persistence. It's not about your background, from which college, which degree, rich, poor, doesn't matter. It's your values which matters. Right. We go to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just bringing it up. So, guys, this is sounds like a super interesting opportunity. Okay. I mean, I'm taken back to the days when I was talking to some candidate and they used to work with Economic Times, and Economic Times had a CIO magazine.
Yeah.
And he was doing content for that, journalist research, that kind of thing. But the
Yeah.
sheer number of CIO phone numbers he had on his mobile itself was, phenomenal. He just knew so many decision makers. This is just wonderful. So if you think that a classmate, a friend, a relative, or a senior is looking for this, or you may be good for this, please feel free to share on WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram. There is
Yeah.
very easy to share message that we've put in the chat in YouTube.
Sure.
Use that to quickly share it with your classmates, friends, whoever else
Yes,
you.
Dhruv, we missed on the slide where we spoke
Yeah,
about
it'll
the.
come. It'll come. It'll come.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so friends, I lived all over India. Welcome to Namma Bengaluru. Great place. If you're here, nothing like it. You want to work remote. So even if you're working in Bangalore, it need not to be 5 days a week. You can, it's a hybrid or a remote role. Duration, we are flexible. It's ongoing. Compensation, we have put a number. But again, it's about your profile. We can start pretty soon. We are open to all kinds of engagement. You want to do a live project, that is fine. You want to work part-time, that is fine. You want to work a full-time internship, most welcome. You want to jump full-time, fine. And the ball is in your court. We have made it very flexible to engage with you. If you can see from a location, duration, compensation, starting time, and the type of engagement, it's very flexible. If we get along, we can get started.
Okay. Wonderful.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, if you have any questions, there is a link that will come up now in the YouTube chat. You can go and ask your question there. I have a couple of things to ask Amrinder. So, while we're
Sure.
chatting, you can sort of come up with whatever questions you have. We'll get those answered. If this opportunity is very exciting for you, just go to careercarve.com. I showed you at the beginning of the webinar where you can apply. You can also scan this QR code and you can apply for this particular opportunity. But just tell me a little. So you are CIO in CIO advisory?
No. My designation is Chief Involvement Officer.
Achha,
I'm not
okay.
a CIO, but if you, as a CareerCarve shortened it, it became CIO. But to all the friends out there, I can tell you from 2008 to 2025, there are three things which I have done which have stood out. One was a design of a business card. One was email signature. And one is this designation. It has always been a conversation opener. If you're in marketing, you have to find these small things which stand out, and people get curious, and well begun is half done. And we are a place where you can come and do these curious things.
Yeah, no, Chief Involvement Officer, very, very interesting. I mean, I'm sure it's a conversation starter in many places, saying, so at least I will talk to you. Let me see what your involvement is.
Yes.
Yeah,
It is also about being inclusive and building the community role.
wonderful. Wonderful. Great. So, Amrinder and Prithviraj, thank you so much for that information. It's a super exciting role. Guys, please go ahead and apply on careercarve.com, and then we'll get back to you with the further process. Okay. I'm now, yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks.
Here.
I now welcome Sandhya from PickYourTrail. Hi, Sandhya. A little bit of personal story. I personally have used PickYourTrail a lot. Okay, I've also referred a lot of people, and I know Hari Ganapati from a long time. So say hi to him if you run into him in the office. Okay. So yeah. So let me just quickly bring up the presentation. We will also have Nikita Sharma join. Who will be who will be your co-host for the day. Okay.
Sure. Hi, Nikita.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, 1 second, guys. I'm just bringing up the presentation. Okay. So, yeah. So over to you, Nikita and Sandhya. Nikita, short intro, and then you can go ahead. Yeah.
All right. First of all, good evening, everyone. And I'm Nitika Sharma. I'm a BTech final year student at HR Institute of Technology. And today I'm also a co-host by CareerCarve. So, and now I would like to request our speaker of the day, Miss Sandhya Swami. She's an HR of PickYourTrail, I think. Yes. So now I would like to request you, ma'am, to address all the candidates.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Nikita, for handing over it to me. So, hi everyone. This side Sandhya from PickYourTrail. So, I'm from the HR team over here. I'm handling the Jaipur office as of now. So, if I talk about the company, PickYourTrail is a travel arrangement company. So, we basically started 2013, and it almost a decade that we are working in a travel arrangement company. So, if we talk about PickYourTrail, it counted in the top 5 most companies in travel industry. It is compared to like Thomas Cook, SOS, TC, and Make My Trip. And we majorly deal in international tours and travel as of now only. And like the basic thing, if I talk about the company, that the main thing that we are providing is the DIY vacation builder. DIY is something that do it yourself. So over here, like you can make your itineraries by yourself, you can customize them. We have a global booking platform, and the destinations that we are serving right now are the expert leads. So people who are like serving as in sailors over here, they're expert for that particular destination. They have like even they have themselves also visited that destinations, so they are quite knowledgeable about that. They have certificate from that particular destinations. So this was a small intro about our company. And if I talk about our co-founders, then Hari Ganpat and Srinath Shankar are the co-founder of PickYourTrail. So we have our office in Chennai, that is in like South Tamil Nadu, and we have offices across India. So can we move to the next slide?
Yeah, sure. One more thing I want to ask you is, um, as you mentioned, DIY vacational. Can you please move previous slide? Yeah. What is custom itinerary planning? You have mentioned in the slide, right? So what
Okay.
is it?
So itinerary is something that is a plan, like if you're visiting to a country or somewhere, so you have a proper plan where you will be starting your journey from start to end, what kind of activities, hotels you will be visiting. So custom is something that is in your hand. So we have like traditionally what it was happening, like the travel expert have a proper itineraries that they follows. And now do it yourself, and the custom is something that is in the client's hand. If they want to like customize something, like they want to start their trip from somewhere else, from mid of the city or somewhere else, so they can customize themselves. They can ask the travel experts that custom it according to ourselves, not that traditionally that we follow.
Okay. Okay, get it. Okay,
Okay.
these are the roles, right?
Yeah. So the if I talk about the first role, that is the sales lead conversion. So lead is something that you will be provided by the company itself. So it's just a lead that is the organic, or it can be generated from the market campaigns that we run. So we run campaigns across different platforms, on social medias, on newspapers, and everywhere. So that you have to lead that conversion into a potential customer, those who will be traveling with the company.
Okay.
Custom itinerary building that I have explained you earlier also, that is like you have to customize that according to the customer's need, because we are focusing on customer experience need. Monthly target ownership. So there are like monthly target, as everyone is aware that sales is a target based job. So you have target based every month. So like you have to take ownership by yourself, because like over here we think we all are mature, we are own like grown adults. So we know our ownership where we have to take. So you have to complete your monthly targets that varies from M1, M2, M3.
Yeah.
Customer call handling. So like over here, like it's a desk job. You have to like connect to the customer over a call, over a system, and you have to take their queries for their destination, what kind of things they want in their trip. So all these things like comes into the customer call handling.
Okay, so these are the responsibilities which one has to fulfill as a management trainee, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a question there. You said something about M1, M2, M3. I didn't really understand that monthly
So,
target.
thing is that Swarup, like once when a fresher or someone joins a company, we have a probation period of 3 months. So,
Hmm.
in probation months, they are like M1 is the first month, M2 second, and M3 is the third month. So, we have a different target for these 3 months. So, we like look up to the people if they are like eligible or not, they are performing well or not. So, we give them a time to set in the system to learn the system and to grow in the sales. And after that, like if they clear the probation period after 3 months, we give them a one more chance, like for fourth month. And after that, their target will be fixed for during their tenure over here. But in first month, the target would be less. In second month, that will be a little more than the first. And third month, that will be like somewhat around 3 to 3.5 lakh.
Okay. 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 Cool. So, guys, again, if this is something that is interesting for you, very good. Please apply. But if you know someone who may be interested in looking for this, please feel free to share on WhatsApp, Instagram, or Telegram. There's a very easy to share message which we have pasted in the YouTube chat. You can copy that and quickly share it with your friends. Back to you, Nikita.
Okay, so I have some sort of questions in my mind. As a final year student, I'm also searching for internship, right? So I'm asking that your company is providing internship or not, a stipend-based internship or a normal internship
So,
apart from jobs.
So Nikita, thing is that like when we hire somebody, so we hire them initially. So we are looking for someone who can join our company on a full time because we will be giving you a training of almost 10 to 15 days where you will initially
Okay.
learning about this system, about our own in-house CRM that we are working right now. Apart from that, you are someone like who is not from the travel background or doesn't know about the destination that you will be selling over here, right? So we'll be giving a destination training too. So you will be learning about that particular destination, about their hotels, what is the visa criteria, what should be their text that they are eligible to apply for international trip or something. So initially we are looking for someone who can grow over here for a longer period of time, not just for 3 2 months, because the cost to the company it incurs it higher if we like higher interns. So are giving a full time opportunity.
It means resource cost you much, right? So,
Right.
okay, I can see in the slide that you have mentioned location that is in Gurgaon.
Yeah.
So, for the student, it's not possible, now it's not flexible to
No,
go
it's
there.
no, it's totally flexible. So we are looking like in Madurai, our operation teams operates over there. So majorly our sales teams sit in Gurgaon, Jaipur, and Chennai. If some of the students who are like interested for the Chennai location, we can forward their CVs to the Chennai HR team. And for the North, Gurgaon or HR, they can contact me.
There is something remote work
Remote
kind
work,
of thing.
we have a curator policy. So it's a work from home opportunity where like you will be working as a curator. That will be a commission based job, not a fixed salary job.
Okay. What is the word you have mentioned right now?
Curator.
Curator. What is it?
So it is like you have to curate itineraries, you have to curate holidays for someone. Like this policy that this job opportunity we bring because like sometimes like the housewife who are working from home after marriage or after the childbirth, they're not able to get to the work from office or something. So they can work from the home itself.
Okay, fine.
So would
So,
this also be
another,
open to say travel enthusiast students who are working
Yeah,
studying
like who are
now?
from the college
yes, yes,
itself.
getting. Okay, another question is what is the skills and qualification you might find in a student for this
So the
job?
major qualifications, if we are looking someone in the ideal candidate, is the passionate about sales. Sales is something like where your earning totally depends upon your hand because how much you are capable of earning, how much you are able to convince to the customer or something. You will be having a fixed salary, but incentive is something that you own. And to be very honest, sales is the backbone of every industry. If you're not able to bring sales to the company,
Yeah,
company will not be able to grow.
yes, yes. Okay. So, can you tell me what is the average package a student can accept?
So if we include the what we say, if we include incentive or something, 5 lakh LPA is something that we are offering as of now.
Okay. This is an average package, right?
Yeah. No, it is the maximum that totally depends upon the graduates and the postgraduates
Okay.
and the technical field too.
All right. So, anything, communication is the basic thing, I think, in this
Yeah,
role, which is
because
very important.
yeah, you also aware that Nikita, in if sales, if someone is
Hmm.
not able to communicate well with the customers, how would they convince them? How would they pursue them to buy that package from themselves? They have to make them confident about the company.
Yeah. But academic qualification, like say GPA, does matters?
What? Can you repeat?
CGPA does matters in
No,
this
no,
role,
the
like
certificate doesn't matter. Like in sales, if you have the communication skills, you have the like convincing skill, pursuing skills. You can convince some to. You can take confident in yourself. Then we don't need any CGP or something. But at on an average, you should be above like 8.
all right. So you are hiring from for fresher role, right? Who are like
Like by the
freshers, fresher after
fresher.
graduate.
Yeah, the freshly graduates too, or someone is having any sort of experience or is welcome in the community.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you have any questions, please look at the link in the YouTube chat and you can ask some questions there. Okay. But yeah, so let me, yeah, Nikita, do you have any other questions for Sandhya? Sandhya, do you have anything else you'd like to share?
One more thing I would like to ask, that what is the atmosphere you will provide to the employers you employ?
Okay,
Right.
some of the thing is that like for a freshly grad
Incentives also.
incentives. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Nikita, what happens now, like when a fresher is joining a company, what they look is like they want a good salary. They want a good reputation whenever they're starting. For freshers, that is something that they want to earn because this
Hmm.
is for the first time when they will get into the corporate or would love or learn to how to handle the things, how to earn money or something like that. But apart from
Hmm.
that, money or something that we are providing is a boarding pass thing. That is something like in a quarter, if a seller is able to make 90 or 80 packs of that particular destination, company provides a free trip for that particular destination. So from our Jaipur office, from Gurgaon, from other offices are also people have like earned this boarding pass and have gone for the international trip. If you visit our LinkedIn page, you can check those LinkedIn stories where I've put our employees also. So apart from that, we are a customer experience company. We put our employees also first. You can see each week we put a post for our employees, how they have grown in PickYourTrail, what kind of atmosphere we are providing. We have some drives also, plantations drive also. We have annual sports day also. We have fun Fridays, other activities, annual celebrations also throughout the year. So if I talk about the atmosphere and the culture we are providing, that is top notch.
Okay. So it is totally flexible, I think.
Yeah.
So just I have another question. So when you say you're offering these positions in different locations, you are creating offices of Pick Your Trail in all of these places. So there'll be
Yeah.
a Jaipur office, a Srinagar office.
Yeah, so we have our offices across, like we have like Jaipur office we have started in last September itself. So it's a much growing offices. And if I talk about Gurgaon office, it started in 2021, and the Chennai office it started back 2013 itself. And
So
in
the office is for people to come in and do bookings, or is it more like an operations office? Because Jaipur, Srinagar, all of them are also very tourist destinations. Because I think you also have an e-commerce.
yeah. So it's a operation office or something like that. We have our sales team, HR team, our finance team, our operations team are sitting over there. We have a like apart from the offices, we have stores also, like franchisee of stores also, where a customer wants to come for a walk-in also. They're most welcome. And in the offices also, if someone wants to like, if someone is from Jaipur itself or from the Gurgaon itself, they want to come to the office and want to see how office looks like and want to book the package from the office itself, they can come for the walk-in too.
Okay. So one question from my side, ma'am. Actually, I'm eager to ask this question. As you are HR and you are continuously, go through with the resumes of the students. So I want to ask you that give some tips to the student that what things needs to add on into the resume or what they don't into the resume.
First of all, like when you are mentioning your skills in the resume, please research about it that you have those skills in yourself or not. Sometimes, like you mentioned, so much of skill, negotiation skills, communication skills, Microsoft skills or something. When an interviewer or recruiter asks you, you are blank. You don't have any answer about that. And sometimes you even like some people mention sort of experiences also, like they have done internship or something. You should be handy with that, like what kind of experience you had over there, what was your learning from that internship. So be vocal, and during your interviews or something, be confident. Don't be nervous or something. And how much you're able to communicate in sales job, if you're able to communicate with the interviewer, you can do everything.
All right. That means communication is the major factor here, right?
Major factor.
Okay.
Great.
So,
All
yeah.
right. Thank you. So thank you, Sandhya, for your time. Thank you, Nikita, for
Thank you, ma'am.
co-hosting.
Thank you so much.
Uh,
Thank
and
you.
incidentally, we have a resume builder in our portal, guys. You can go check it out on careercarve.com, where you can do what Sandhya told you, which is check the relevance for the role. It'll help you write better. You can also check that out. But anyway, that's a incidental thing that happened. Thank you, both of you. Sandhya, we'll let you know who all apply, and then we'll take the process further with you.
Sure, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, Nikita.
Thank you.
Next, we'd like to welcome Captain Awadh Kishore and Kashika Gupta. So it's a very interesting job that we have there. It's from a very interesting industry. So let Captain Awadh join. And it is in, from what I feel, the Merchant Navy, Chartered Waters. Very interesting name. Okay. We'll just give us a couple of seconds while they join. In the meanwhile, guys, if you have liked any of the jobs that we have told you so far, please go and apply here using this QR code on www.careercarve.com. If you have any doubts or any questions for any of the recruiters who have spoken so far, please use the link in the YouTube chat and please ask your question. Hi, Captain Awadh. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you. How about you?
I'm doing very well. Okay. So yeah, we'll give it a few more seconds. Wait for Nikita to join. Till then, if you can take us through a little bit about what your company does, we'll get started with that. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
And then Nikita will take over from me after that.
Okay.
Not Nikita, Kashika's here. Sorry. Hi,
Kashika is here.
Kashika. Hi. I got confused with you. Hi, Kashika's here. Kashika can't see you. Yeah, continue, Captain Awadh.
All right.
Over from me.
All right. So again, hello everyone. I'm excited to introduce you to Chartered Waters. It's a maritime quality assurance company, where industry experiences meet innovation. We specialize in audits, inspections, training that support safer and more efficient ships all across the globe. What makes us different than the others is that our hands-on approach and our belief in continuous learning. As an intern here, you won't just observe, but you will contribute to the real projects, dealing with the real clients in multilateral companies all around the globe. We will gain insights into the international maritime standards and work alongside professionals who have sailed the seas and shaped policies. So if you are looking to learn, grow, and make a meaningful difference and impact in maritime sector, Chartered Water is the place to be.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about what you do, in the sense that it's an industry which is not commonly known or too understood? I mean, I'm familiar because I've worked with so many students who do their MBA after being this one. In fact, one of our team members were also a Merchant Navy sailor at one point. But otherwise, can you talk a little bit about the industry and what you do?
Yeah, sure. So see, the general perception is the sailing is mostly the main thing about the maritime industry, while the sailing on the ship is one of the small elements in the maritime industry. So at Chartered Waters, what we do is we ensure that all the companies, shipping companies, the ships and the crew, they are in compliance with the international regulations. We help them adhere with those regulatory compliances And we also provide training, customized training to our potential clients, the crew members on specific trainings. We develop digital tools. We develop training videos depending on the customer's needs. We also conduct inspections and audits of the ship, again, in order to ensure that the ships are up to the mark and always in compliance with the international regulations.
Okay. So your company works with training people for doing all of this?
Yeah, training, inspections, audits, yes.
Okay. So there is there's a human training part, and there is also a inspection of the ship, its seaworthiness, whatever compliance, and all of that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, Kashika, hi, welcome. Yes, if you can.
Hello, sir. My name is Kashika Gupta. I'm currently doing my MBA from GD Goenka University. Thank you for having me, sir.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir. As I saw, you are hiring interns, and as a student, I have a question. Like, how does the company differentiate itself in the digital marketing space?
Yeah. So as I was talking to Mr. Swaroop before he joined, that this company, first of all, maritime sector is not very known to the general public. Now, even in maritime sector, how we are different is we are bringing a lot of elements together at one platform. Somebody was involved in teaching, somebody involved in inspection, somebody in audit, but we are trying to accumulate all of those, all the needs of the maritime sector at one platform.
Okay.
Yeah, let's move on to a little bit about the role. Okay. So you're saying social media content. So I have a question, which is that you're such a niche player. Okay. So social media is more like, more mass market, trying to because your audience is also only so many companies. And I am assuming that since you're Captain Awadh Kishore, you've been a maritime professional before, so you would know those 10-15 companies which run these ships, and the manufacturers and the units that maintain the ships where you do your dry docking, whatever, all of that, right? So it's largely only so many people. So what is the need for having a social media presence? Why do you suddenly feel that this is required, and what do you expect? What kind of content do you publish there?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Mr. Swaroop. The thing is, see, now the entire business, irrespective of the field it is about the market presence. And gone are the days when the world used to work on word of mouth. Now we need to make our presence felt at every possible platform. For example, LinkedIn is something that we are looking at to grow at a very fast rate. And what we expect out of the candidates is they will help us create engaging and informative content tailored for the different platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube's. This content will include maritime safety tips. They will also be focusing on our training modules, highlight whatever training we give, our audits and inspection programs. We want to build a strong partnership and with our potential clients, and that will happen after we have a strong presence over the social media platform.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, with what else the students?
Cold calling again. This is like interns will assist in identifying us the potential clients, like ship managers, training departments of the shipping companies, and will initiate introductory emails. Will initiate the conversation through the emails as well as through the calls, cold calling and emails both. Then we want to develop the business development sort of thing using the cold calling and emails outreach. Okay, now presentation design, the last one that we have here is intern will also help us design high quality PowerPoints. Why do we need PowerPoints? These are basically one form of imparting training modules knowledge. We develop training modules. A few of them are developed using PowerPoints. So we need interns to help there design high quality PowerPoints decks for clients. And those PowerPoints are delivered, those training modules are delivered to the clients over online platforms. So we need intern to be doing that.
Okay, cool. So guys, again, sorry to be repeating, but I don't know how many of you have joined in just now. If you like this, please apply. If you think somebody else in your circle is good for this, please share on WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram. There are easy to share messages, which is right now coming up on the YouTube chat. Okay. Yeah, so let's get back to how you want to structure this internship for whoever you're going to hire. So you're saying that this is remote, so they can work from home or work from their institute or whatever. Okay.
Yeah,
In terms of this, is it a part-time or a live project thing, or is it like a full-time internship?
we are open on that. We are much flexible on that. It can be a part-time or the full-time internship as well.
Okay, because at this point, there may be a lot of students who are trying to, enhance their skills, build up their resume, because the placement season will start soon. So they may be more open to, and they're all in college right now. So they may be open to, the students may be open to doing live projects. But there are institutes which also allow for a 6-month full-time internship, which then, sort of becomes a project that they're part of college. So yeah, great that you're open to both.
Yes. Yes.
And are you looking for a steady stream of people to keep joining you? Like one does a project, finishes.
Yes. That would be great. We can consider it.
But is 6 months for a live project like a minimum requirement that you have to do this live project for 6 months? Or are you open to shorter?
Live projects can be shorter also, depending case to case basis. But yeah, because I believe a single project will mostly they don't last for 6 months. So
sir, I have a question. Which is like, since you are referring to projects, what kind of projects or campaign will intern get to work during this internship? Can you just justify it?
Yes. So the projects would be like, again, one of the examples that was there in the roles is creating a training module and marketing that training module over the social media platforms. Now, for example, I'll give an example, gender sensitization. Now, in my time field, it is a big thing now. Now, the international bodies are recommending companies to ensure that the women are also recruited as much as the males are. So we are trying to train people how to incorporate that. It's not easy because the maritime field is mostly a male-dominated field, has been there for centuries like that. So it's a shift, and we are trying to help clients find a balance in during that shift. So we'll develop a training program like that, and then we'll market that training module over the social media platforms and through emails and calls.
Okay, thank you, sir. Just one more question I have, like, what is the qualification that you required the student must be having if they want to join your company?
First of all, they should be very well versed with the normal computer skills of Words and Excel. They should be good at PPTs. Yeah, creating because just creating PPT is not enough. It should look good. It should be contentful. The meaningful content should be there. Then confidence is of utmost importance. Yeah, people communication skills, well versed with the amendment and about maritime as elements of it. They will be trained upon it. Whatever the maritime elements are needed, they will be given proper guidance and mentorship over there.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. So, and here you're saying that there is some level of sort of research which is required and all of that. Again, I'm bringing this up because if you say research in FMCG or, consumer behavior or Instagram or something, it's just easy for people to comprehend what research means here. But because this is a very specialized industry, what kind of research are you looking at? Because the other three are, I think, quite clear. Self-starter is because, most smaller companies would require that you take on responsibility and, please don't bring everything to me, solve your problems, bring me the solution. Yeah, so I
Yes.
get that. And but yeah, when you say research, what kind of research is it good if they have some comfort with some other tools or portals or something like that? Is this something you would expect?
Yes. So when I say research, what I mean here is they will first of all they will be given a mentor to help them through this, and whenever they are given a topic, again I'll take the same example of gender sensitization because I spoke about it. So then they will be also told that where all to look for the materials. Now the international bodies websites, industry guidelines, the benchmark where they come from, they will have to look up those websites, read through their articles, and find the relevant data, and which website to look for and all those things will be mentored to them.
Okay. Then it's more reading, researching, whatever.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right then, guys. This looks like a very interesting opportunity, especially because it's a very new field for you guys. It's not new as a the merchant navies have existed since time immemorial. From the
actually, fun fact: this is the merchant navy is the oldest business. It's the oldest profession.
No, absolutely. There were wars fought, the opium trade happened, and everything happened. Yeah, the Cholas went from Chennai to Indonesia and Bali and wherever using their merchant navy. Even today, I think the strength of America is that it has a navy as a armed forces, but also it has a phenomenal merchant navy to do trade and whatever and all that. So I think it's a very exciting opportunities to understand the industry in general and also to see the changes. I think it's a very interesting change that what was once a very true just men kind of a industry is now becoming open to having women join and whatever. But I'm sure that that training itself will be quite fascinating to explain to people how to behave when staying on the ship for 3 months and it's the Arctic and it's freezing and whatever. And yeah, wonderful. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing your time. I'm just going to check if there are any questions.
Okay, by the time you check, I'll take the opportunity to thank CareerCarve for this platform. I feel this is great, where we can put up our thoughts and invite the interns.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's like it's fabulous that you could take time out to do this. Thank you, Avad. It's great. And thank you, Kanishka, for joining. Yeah, Kashika. I'm having a bad
mood today. Thank you so much for having me. It was a great session.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you, guys. Yes. Thank you so much. Next, we are going to talk about Humming Minds. Very interesting company. Let's give it a second while Gaurav joins. But this is the first time that we're doing this, and I'm very excited at how this is turning out because I think it's giving us a chance to present a lot of opportunities to you guys, which will make it very easy for you to apply, but also based on a lot of information, right? So there's so much information that everybody here has shared, which helps you understand what the role is, help you understand whether you're good for this or not, and then based on that, sort of apply for a particular role. So hey Gaurav, hi.
Okay, hi Sharu. I hope you can hear me well, right?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly. So okay. I'm not sure Tanishq is joining. I think something's come up. No worry, I will be your host and co-host, and I will ask you a lot of questions. So
no problem.
Yeah. So before before I eat your head, okay. So why don't you introduce the Humming Minds to us a little bit? We will understand what is it that the company does, and then we will get into more details about the role and what you're expecting from candidates.
Okay, fair enough. So can I have some idea that who all are there from marketing and everything, like a rough idea? How many students are there and accordingly?
It's a YouTube webinar, so we don't really know.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
I can't see. I'm more engrossed in this. I'm sure the team is measuring.
Fair enough. So hello everyone. I'm not sure who all are listening to me, but hello, hi, good evening. I hope all of you had a good day today. So little about me. I won't take much time about me. My name is Gaurav Dokania, and I am representing the Humming Minds. Now, if I jump into the what does Humming Mind does, basically we are into the mental health space. When I say mental health space, it's preventive mental health space. So generally in India, right, with respect to India, if you talk about the mental health, mainly we talk the extreme sides of it. When the things go south, for example, let's say you see someone having panic attacks, someone going to therapy, or someone is very stressed, then only say, oh, the mental health is an issue for the particular person. But what about before that? So to explain it better, I will just keep having the example for the physical health, right? For example, let's say that you are having a headache, or let's say you are having a stomach ache, or let's say you're sick, right? So you don't wait for the things to go away. Or every day we take hundreds of decisions so that we can have a better physical health. क्या खाना है, क्या पीना है, run करना है, exercise करना है, कब खाना है, we do a lot of things, right? Because that we try to prevent ourselves from any physical adverse. But when it comes to mental health, mainly we start working on it only when things go south, as I mentioned. So basically we are into the preventive mental health space, that we are trying to build mental health as a skill. It is required or not, that's a different case, but everyone should know that if you want to have a better mental health, then what should you do, what habits should be part of your life, and more important than that, the logic behind it, right? Just saying that meditation works, why should I believe you, right? If I say ki Gaurav is saying that meditation works, then why should I believe Gaurav? So you also try to go behind the science behind it, how does it work and how does it affect on your brain and everything. So just summarize about the objective of the Humming Minds is that we work in the preventive mental health space, where we are trying to build mental health as a skill in everyone's life. Now coming to retail wise, that what does we do? Basically, there are 3 to 4 ways we try to do it, and our core objective is meditation. Right, meditation something very prevalent in the last 1,000 years. Still, if you go to West or the Western developed countries, they are adopting like anything. Right. So our main focus is into the meditation and the mindfulness activities. What it is, if you go further with us, obviously we'll discuss in details. The second one is the mental models. Now, mental models, I will give you example. For example, Sarup is here, right? If I ask Sarup, that Sarup, do you know how to play piano, right? Sarup, let's say Sarup say no. What if I scold Sarup, right? Why you are not playing piano? Please play it right now. Sarup say, I don't know how to play. Why you are scolding? If I will say with a very motivation, right? Put a motivational video in front of Sarup and then say, Sarup, can you play it? Still Sarup won't be able to play it, because this is a skill that you need to learn. Just like that, we try to do these things, for example, increasing focus, not to overthink, have a better sleep. These things we do without working on it. But the fact of the matter is that these are the core skills that you need to learn. And here comes the mental models. There are mental models that condition your mind in the positive way or to become more effective. I can give you a lot of example with respect to the negative way, right? कि हम if you're a student, आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो और Instagram में देखते हुए, you just see a quote, you see someone's photo, you see something related, and you ruins your next 1 hour or 2 hours, right? Because there is a negative conditioning that happened with the particular thought or the image. Just like that, we can also use it in the positive way. Now, a student wellness program is again that we have structured in such a way by the step by step, so that every week or month wise we target specific problem and then we work on it. Obviously, we also call psychologist. Without mental health is nothing without a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Since we are into preventive mental health space, our involvement is more with the psychologist, who gives an expert advice with respect to all the problems we face in with respect to mental health. So this is just a brief about it. We also conduct live sessions because we need a constant poking if you want someone to meditate, right? We also call experts. We also run various challenges. We also have an app. So we're trying to do a bunch of things so that again, I will repeat what I have said earlier. Mental health as a skill should be part of everyone's life. So this is just a brief. We are based out of Bangalore. Our office is in Marathali. Someone is from Bangalore. Would love you to visit if you're going forward for sure. So yeah, that's all for the company.
Great. So for this role, when you say, so we'll just go through the slide quickly and then, yeah, so there's a very interesting flow here. I look at this and I feel that your sales plus customer success support kind of a role, saying pitch the product or the offering, bring them on the portal, and then whatever issues they face, you work through them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So before that, I just want to explain, because generally whenever we conduct this orientation, we run a poll, something that how many of you are aware of the live project. Again, what is a live project? This is a term more popular with the MBA students in the top 30 colleges, right? So what happens in the live project, that whenever you are doing your college, right, whenever you are like you have classes going on, and let's say you have summer internship coming on, right? Then you also try to get some real time experience. You want to work for a company when you just spend half an hour, 45 minutes per day, so that when you go for the summer internship, you already have a previous real time experience with it, right? Another objective of the live project is that we don't know what this role takes, right? कहीं लगता है कि अच्छा मार्केटिंग में लैपटॉप पे बैठ के रन ऐड करेंगे और लेट्स से इंस्टाग्राम में शेयर करेंगे, बट if you're an MBA student, then obviously marketing is beyond that. That includes customer pain points, right? Or let's say that understanding consumers persona. For example, अगर आपको स्विगी का एड 5:30 ही दिख रहा है, तो देयर इज रीजन कि वो 5:30 ही दिख रहा है, सुबह 11 बजे नहीं दिख रहा है, because they know their persona, right? So again, the point I'm trying to make, that live project is something, it's somehow the pre-stage of the internship, where you get the real-time experience of working with the real life product, and then try to cover the different topics on it, right? Coming back to it, how we do it, if you can just take it to the first page. I guess one page is missing, Swaroop, where the requirements and everything are there.
Yeah, that'll come next.
That comes later part. Fair. So the overall, if I say that what is the objective and why you should do it. So I will be very honest. If you are someone who wants to go into marketing and sales, right? है ना, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं just hit and trial won't work. It's a bonus point if you are an MBA student, because mostly we have worked with the MBA students. Our 85-90% of the students are MBA. So if you are from the MBA, if you are doing MBA, if you are in the first year, if you're still confused, you want to go for marketing or sales or not, and if you're looking to also put something on a CV, okay, if you're going for a summer internship and before that you want some real-time experience along with the training, then this is the right place for you. Apart from that, we also include the training part, right? Because see, all of you are, I'm assuming, that first year, second year, maximum of 1 or 2 years of experience, right? So whenever we do not expect you to just start working at a full flow from the day one, right? We expect students should learn something about the marketing or the sales. We also call experts who is like 10 to 15 years of experience in the sales. So this role also includes the training part. What I can guarantee you, in the 14 to 16 hours of a month, I can't guarantee you will be a marketing guru, you will be a sales guru. I can't guarantee you that you will be very good at sales or marketing in the 1 month. But one thing I can guarantee you, that you will have a lot of things to say in the interview. You have a lot of real-time self-introspection, that what does it work and what does not work, and a clarity about the marketing and sales. Right, these three things you will get clarity for sure, right? Again, as you see in the screen, it's a 14 to 16 hours commitment, right? And generally, if you are someone who is free full time, this is not for you, again, because I believe that you can make better use of your time if you are free for the whole day. This is mainly for MBA students. First year, second year, if you do not have good experience or you do not have good experience in the summer internship, all the calls, everything happens after 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. So we make sure that there is no clash between your college and our training calls or something. But again, that you have to compromise your chai ki tapri and all this meet. But if there's a clash between the college, we'll make sure that we adjust the call.
Would you also be open to students who are currently in their undergrad, let's say BCom, BBA, BSc, or let's say that somebody is doing engineering, but this is really an area of interest for them. They're very passionate about mental health. They want to understand the space. They want to sort of maybe personally they are going through something and they want to sort of figure out. So would you be open to those candidates as well, or do you have to be in an MBA college?
Fair enough. So I will divide it into two categories, right? One is the undergrad and the engineering, and one is something going through personally, right? About the undergrad and about the engineering, we'll have one more conversation with the candidate, because we try to implement in a group, right? So when you try to implement in a group, we make sure that everyone is looking for it. It's not a hit and trial. Once we go in, it means we go in. So with the MBA, we have less stringent process about the selection, but about the undergrad engineer, we want to make sure that they are really interested in marketing and sales rather than just taking it as a hit and trial. One thing is that. Coming back to who is already going through that, The second part is though who is going through something. No, like that's a completely different subject. For example, every industry every company works in the industry, but in every industry there are different department: marketing and sales, product, content, operations. So if someone is going through some mental health issues, for them we'll connect them to our challenges and our app, but that's a different agenda, I believe. So that is not relevant to if you want to work here or not. So it's a 14 to 16 hours commitment, 30 days, everything happens, right? So I mentioned again an ideal candidate, right? Ideal candidates are again first year MBA, right? And अगर आप undergrad में हो, तो still you can give it a try, give me a call, and we'll see what we can do. But again, one thing that I want to say, please make sure that you want to work in this. Right. We are a startup. I will be very honest with you. I was talking to Sarup and also Manish. So they said ki translation should be there, right? That is one of the goal of this meet, right? So we are a startup, right? We are creating an impact in the mental health. So first of all, if you want to get clarity in that what does it takes in the marketing and sales, then this is the right job for you. Second thing, that if you uh, are open to join the training calls, right? So our work is 70% or 60%, you can say training based, 40%, let's say that the work wise, right? So it should not be like, हाँ मैं काम में अच्छा हूँ, right? You should also join the training call. So if you're open to that, second is that is the second case. Third case again, कि marketing and sales में interested होना चाहिए. I mentioned before also, right? And ki marketing and sales में interest होना चाहिए. Fast learner and everything. I will be very honest, guys, if you're listening to me. ठीक है, this is just time to fill it, right? But main thing is you should be interested for this. So I guess this is a brief about it, right?
Yeah, no, so I have a couple of questions. They may not be
Sure.
directly related to the role, but again, like you said, they have to understand the role, and part of understanding the role is also understanding why this product exists, right? So I have a very in a slightly different question, but please bear with me. So what prompted you to start this?
Okay, I will be. You want an honest answer, or you want
I want an
something
honest
like
answer,
what
and I
you
want
want
to
to say? Okay, so I am a chartered accountant, right? And I will tell you, when I was preparing for my CA final, right? And like one of the exams I could not pass. My coaching has ended, articleship had ended. If some of you are aware how CA works, right? Uske baad for the 6 months I was in my room, Lakshmi Nagar in Delhi. I guess you must be aware of that place also. So what was happening that I had 24 hours. I was preparing for my exams and everything. Still, my productivity was not more than 4 to 5 hours, right? And not able to pass is the different cause of the concern or the stress, but not able to being productive was the concern for me. Ki what I am doing, right? You have 24 hours, let's say 10 hours for sleep and everything, you go food and everything, 5 to 6 hours for study. What about the less 70% of the time that you can study? I had everything. I had money, I had parent support, I had a place, food to eat, libraries, everything. Still, why I'm not studying? That caused me to go deeper into it ki, na, like ki, is this the case that it's hampering students mental health? करना तो चाहते हैं but कर नहीं पा रहे हैं, and it gives them the feeling कि आप serious नहीं हो, right? So I dig deeper into this and try to learn कि stress is not just about future. Stress is not just about कोई कुछ बोल दिया. It's a broader term, right? And इसको सॉल्व किया जा सकता है ना? ऐसा नहीं है कि सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते हैं या बाद में ही जब चीजें बहुत बिगड़ जाए तभी करें. इफ यू बिल्ड एज अ मेंटल हेल्थ स्किल, राइट, देन ऑब्वियसली देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट यू कैन इंप्रूव. सो दैट वाज द फर्स्ट यूरेका मूवमेंट जिसको बोलते हैं, राइट, दैट वेयर आई कैन एक्चुअली मेक एन इम्पैक्ट. टू वेरी ऑनेस्ट, it's more than a money wise, it's more than a impact. This is what impact I can create, right? So that we have worked with, I guess, more than 30 MBA colleges. I'm pretty sure कुछ ना कुछ student होंगे. So MBA colleges जहाँ पे like Xavier's और like IRMA गुजरात और ILM के तीनों batches के साथ, also Xavier's चेन्नई, रांची and Bhubaneswar. So we do this with the project, and hopefully we have made some impact, but there's a lot more to go. So
wonderful, yeah. Wonderful. So guys, if you are, I think it's a very interesting, very inspiring story. So if any of you are interested in this space, it can teach you a lot in marketing, a lot in messaging, a lot in communication. I think it's a great opportunity to do that. So please use to scan the QR code apply for this job now. So
One thing I want to clarify, right? So if you're a psychology student, right, and if you're thinking that okay, this is a mental health space you want to work on, so this won't be adding any value from the psychology perspective, right? Sometimes people get confused कि हाँ mental health में है. So this won't be adding any value if you are looking to this particular profile, right? So if you're looking to add something from the psychology point of view, I would say कि हम लोग we can reach out, you can reach out to the career CI, right? Or Sarup or anyone, Manish, right? So he can give you how can you go further. But as for now, this is not going to add any value as such for the from the psychology perspective. This is a core marketing and sales live project. But again, as I said, that one thing I can guarantee you, lot of things to say in the interview. When interview में आप blank नहीं जाओगे, है ना? They will have a feeling that आप square zero से, that starts from market customer pain point, that starts from building persona to the last point, creating ad, scripts, sales, follow up. Every will be covered in the 16 to 18 hours.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, Gaurav. We'll be in touch with you and look
Sure.
hope that some of them apply and we are able to connect you to some candidates. Thank you so much.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So thank you, Harsh, if you are listening to me. But thank you, Sarup, and thank you all the students. Hopefully we'll see you again. Okay, chalo. Bye bye.
Yeah, thanks. So next we have Prasoon, who is the CTO and co-founder of Stratbeans Learning Solutions. And we also have Vidur with us, who will be our co-host. Just waiting for them to join. Hi, Prasoon. How are you doing? Hi, Vidur.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah,
Good evening,
over
everyone.
to you, man. Quick intro, and then your Prasoon is all yours.
All right. So, firstly, what an awesome initiative, Manish and Sarup. My audio is clear. I'm just
Yeah.
checking
We can hear you. We can hear you.
loud and clear. Cool. Awesome. So yeah. So what is this opportunity? Firstly, quickly about the company and the role. So Stratbeans Learning Solution is our firm that we started about 14 years back, guys. Really long time now for us. And typical template, we were a bunch of IIT IM guys thought we'll start some company. And then one thing led to another. And today, as we stand, we have 3 business units, essentially. One is very close to my heart, and that is most of my action happens. And you can see on top of the slide, this whole AI-powered LMS. So one part of the business is creating software products for B2B, especially in the learning space, learning and development space. So, the large companies is what we target. Like, for example, you all must be knowing Honda Motors, Home Credit, Aviva, so many of them. And luckily for us, we have today more than 400 plus clients that we cater our software product, our learning services to them. Second block is where we work is we create bespoke e-learnings for large corporates. So we are unlike, we're not B2C, we are B2B. So we catch these large companies who've got a very strong need of creating their learning and development need is very strong and they are kind of falling short of something. That is where Stratbeans comes in. Third business is again very interesting. We resell some of the learning related, top edge product, like #1 in the industry for the L&D space. We represent them exclusively in India and a lot of very good, it's more of a selling experience that we create for them and we are able to capture markets for them. So essentially 3 blocks: software product in summary, second part is e-learning services, and the third part, as I said, is reselling business. And like you see this nice ladder down there. So we, of course, are a heavy user of AI powered LMS because without AI, nothing happens these days. And that's a very interesting and powerful and revolutionary word. And then the basic target is that who pays money. So any corporate where there is a strong, huge, team that has to learn, there's a lot of attrition happening, we get in and we solve some of these problems. So that's a sweet introduction because I've been told by Manish not to exceed more than a minute. I'll follow that rule,
Yeah,
So,
no, that's okay. No, I'll hand over to Vidur. Okay. So Vidur, a quick intro about yourself, and then I'm sure you've got some questions you want to ask Prasoon. So go ahead.
Sure, sir. Very good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
My name is Vidur Raichoti, and I'm from Hyderabad. And I'm currently pursuing my PGDM in Shiva Shivani Institute of Management. This is a quick intro about myself, and then we can proceed.
Yeah.
Hi, sir, once again.
Hmm.
So, about the role, sir, project tracking and note taking. If you could just elaborate on this, that would be wonderful.
Okay, so I'll definitely address this part, but I'll just quickly put a like a because the idea is that I have to pitch and I have to make it clear that whoever are in the audience today, the students, it's actually for them. So my job today is not to just talk about what we want, but to fit you into certain framework. So the role has three parts essentially. One is that the person will be acting as a executive assistant to CTO, and in that process, what do you do? Firstly, without sounding cocky, it's quite a sensitive position for me because when you are in a CXO office, a certain amount of hygiene is expected, a certain amount of skill set is required. So one of the things that you do there is you are part of those some of the review meetings that I may be doing or my fellow CXOs would be doing, and your job would be like a very good you know observant student of either if you are a business student or a engineering student, but very sharp. Are you able to read between the lines? Can you understand what the theme is, what people are talking about? Of course, there are tools these days also, right, which takes
That's right.
record your meeting and give it, but you have to be better than that, right? You have to have our presence felt beyond AI. So the job will be to be smart enough to understand, and very strong time management kind of instinct built into you, so that let's say I give some activity to a team member, a lead in a certain group, you are able to follow up on that in a very you know very proper way, you're not losing any open threads. And this goes across various teams. You have to do with the R&D team, the software folks, the QA folks. There may be hiring teams which can be involved. And another aspect of so it's not limited to project tracking and note taking. It sounds very mechanical, so I just want to give an overview. And then you also need to connect with some of the very key contacts on LinkedIn and kind of proxy me in a certain communication. So yeah, so that's the first part
So
of the.
if I can crack a Batman joke, if you're Batman, he's Alfred.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Go on. Sorry. Yeah.
Now this is a little overloaded role in a certain way. It's almost like you go to a gym, you do upper body, you do lower body, and then you do stretches. So fortunately for some, unfortunately for some, this may require a cross-functional, requirement. So you need to be really be good in a couple of areas. And of course, there's a training, but original material has to be there when we will shortlist our folks. And the principle is very simple, that you also will be involved in more than one activity, like sales and outreach. Now, let me give an idea what kind of sales and outreach. So luckily for us, some of these customers are B2B. We're not talking to any B2C customer, which you have to talk to individuals. Now, what you have to do is that you may, and after some kind of training and shadowing, you should be uh, comfortable, making connect with people. Now, the good part is that all these people I'm talking about are actually quite well placed guys, in the sense that they're large companies, leaders, heads. Even there are, for one of my products known as Doctor E-Learning, all the clients are international folks, small, medium, large companies. So you need to be at a certain level of verbal as well as presence of mind kind of a guy. And of course, if the material is good, we will train you further on it. But truth be told, we cannot be a training school per se. So you have to be little, let's just say, uh, prepared a bit. You should be really warmed up, and then we can really make you hot in that sense. So
If I may just ask a question, sir, would that be all right?
yeah, that'll be awesome actually. Yeah.
Yes. So, sir, with respect to the first point, you said, right, although this sounds really mechanical, it sounds kind of a handful, and it has the upgraded version of note-taking per se. And with that, there will be the students would be incorporated with the sales and outreach also, where you mentioned that they would be interacting with B2B clients, basically. So, like, how exactly would a student be? What are the key points that a student may need in order to have the first and the second one incorporated and working on it hand in hand? Like one is completely taking notes kind of a thing, trying to read between the lines, staying and observing is what the word you used. And second one is going out there and interacting with the outside entities and then getting the productivity for the company. So what are the common areas between these two descriptions that a student needs?
Now I get your question, Vidur, and it's important for the audience there. So typically people who are, so if you see even in MBA exams, you have this reading comprehension,
Yes.
where your skill is, can you read someone else's text and be able to understand? Because most of the people are very good with their own things, but the skill to comprehend is what is required in the first one. So if you are at a certain elevation that you can hear a conversation, maybe while as an MBA student, when you participate in group discussion, are you able to understand from 360 degrees the skill that is required? The comprehension skill, the attention to detail skill, right? The second part, sales and outreach, is again built on, because sales, as you see, is a pretty weird field. That's the right word for it. It's a very weird field,
It is.
and that makes it very cool for few people, and few people just don't understand it. Now, what's really required? Typical salesy person, as we say, requires to have a certain amount of confidence, in the sense that the rejection, the skill to handle the emotional intelligence that is required to handle rejections, and then also to act on it. Because you can have somebody who just says, I don't react to anything, I can be a complete
It
psycho. But
doesn't happen in reality.
yeah, because you have to add that skill with coming back and bouncing back and doing something about it.
That's true. Yes.
That's the kind of skill we look for, sales and outreach. Yeah, Vidur.
So yeah, it did answer my question.
Now,
Content creation, most important thing I would say.
yeah, of course, because see, if you have to look at this whole nice presentation you guys have built up, the way you have put all these ladders and everything, a lot of work has gone in, because it's not just dumping something, it is about understanding the audience and putting it. Look at how nicely it has been structured for all the companies. So similar kind of skill when you do content creation. What kind of content we are talking about? Again, this could be a content about our product from different angles. It could be about, we're talking about how great our feature is, or some of those very soulful stories about how a client used it and suddenly his world has changed. Those kind of things. And people have that art. Even in MBA students and even engineering students, some of them are gifted with this art of writing, and add to a little business flavor, which we can of course coach. But basic OS between before creating a content is, are you very good in terms of your representation, the verbal representations? Now, another dimension that is so modern these days is, many of you are influencers, as I know, younger generation. Can you also create videos for certain product? And of course, we have a multimedia team with us, complete, fully knowledgeable about it, because one of our business is actually e-learning. So we have to have all the.
Your
But
WP,
sorry.
Your web-based training and all of that, you will need to create a lot of multimedia.
We'll not for the training part. So here, thank you. Ask that, Sarup. Maybe I've mixed it up. This is not for my e-learning team. They are doing their job well and they are happy. What I require is that for our product, all the marketing material, all the videos that has to be created, mostly that for us, so that we are represented well outside, is what we are addressing when we say content creation.
This is purely from the marketing perspective, if I'm not right?
Purely from the marketing perspective, yes, that's very true. Yes.
Putting it out there, like digital marketing, if you want to specify the domain specifically.
Digital marketing would be a good segment where you can put it in, yes.
Yeah.
And the last part, of course, is we've already covered that it's a coveted position. It's a little. We also should not have a lot of disparity between. So when you're shadowing, one of the advantages is you get a lot of tacit knowledge. So many people in my 14 years, they've come back with their testimonial. Some people have joined us, left, but shadowing sessions are most powerful because you are no pressure of involving, but you are in that room observing. But here is the catch: you're not watching a podcast. So if you're in that shadowing, there is an ROI expected. Which is when you go back, what kind of shadow were you? Were you at least that fly on the wall that we were able to get something? So the similar skills are required.
Yeah. One of the institutions used to run that because they had a lot of alumni who were CEOs. And I don't know publicly if I should say that they were doing this program, but they used to get the students to shadow the CEO for a day. and it was like a phenomenal experience. You would get to learn a lot. You get to see a very different vantage point. Like how the CEO looks at the problem is very different from how you look at the problem. So it sort of expands your horizon. I
Oh
think
yes, oh yes, for sure. That's the best program somebody can be in, actually. Yeah.
So yeah, again, guys, sharing is definitely caring. If you are interested, please apply. But if you think someone else will benefit from opportunity like this, please share. There is a easy to share message that's available on the chat. Quickly share with them. Ask them to join. Ask them to watch our video. Ask them to go to careercarve.com and apply for this particular job. Yeah, sorry. Yes, back to you, Vidur.
Sir, now the most important aspect for the candidate, I would say, the applying candidate. Like you have mentioned that it is a remote from their own laptop and duration is 6 months. So, sir, when you say remote, and then when you have mentioned about the job description, it had more of, it sounded more to be on field and observing on real-time basis. Like, how does this work? I mean, there is some flexible timings or something like that, or few days on field, few days off field. Some could you just elaborate on that particular thing, sir?
Yeah, so like the original analogy that Sarup gave, Robin, you can be in digital mode also. So answer is that you don't have to be physically present. So
Digital
most of
Robin.
so digital Robin you will be, and so here's the thing: our whole company is work from home oriented.
Okay.
We could actually write that wave and adapt ourselves into complete from all the security, every perspective. It works for us. So the person will be operating remotely, over these kind of sessions, and of course, the person may not be privy to a, let's say, a meeting which I may be doing with the client, because that may, their person may not be required. That's understood. Yeah.
Understood. One more question, sir, and it says one of the most important thing for me, if I am looking at the job description and then the role essentials, is the duration, because all the students, all the candidates that would be applying, they would be in their they will be doing their PGDM or they'll be doing their MBA per se, and most of the colleges do not really, many do give for 6 months live project, but most of them do not also. So what happens in such cases where you might lose out on a potential candidate? Like, can they work post college hours or something like that, or is it a mandatory morning shift, or how is it exactly looking? How are we looking at
So
the
see,
timings?
for us, internship program is almost as long as our company's duration, which is more than 10 years. We've been doing this. For us, a full-time internship is what we have found to be more productive for us from our point of view. So therefore, again, market has been kind. We do get people with 6 months internship from
That's right.
various tier 1, tier 2, other colleges. So we take them. So yeah, I would say I would rather prefer people with a very high, preference if they are available 6 months full time. But yes, my friends Sarup and Manish, you can always, there will be people who will be, uh, you will recommend. In that special case, we may consider, but generally we look for full time, 6 months minimum. Yeah.
Also, sir, I mean, most of the colleges, I would say about 99% of the colleges, they would be willing to send out candidates for the summer internship program, which would generally last from on an average of 2 months to 3 months. And are there any requirements for these things? Because there the spectrum really widens. Although you did say that full-time 6 months plus is what you are looking for. If you are looking for 3 months per se also, then you will be getting even a wider spectrum, right? So are there any are there any vacancies or something like that you're looking for?
So see, it's like I said, it's a similar question. So if somebody is available for 3 months and let's say they are amazing in a certain aspect, we may consider. But trust me, the HR team will open and put the filter of 6 months first, and the first lot of people will be out of them. And generally, we select out of that because some good candidates will be there. But
Understood.
yeah, that is where I'll seek help, recommendation from CareerCarve. There is but it's more like a brand change. It's very difficult. But if somebody recommends, yes.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. And finally, I think we've spoken about this a lot, but we'll quickly touch upon this slide. Yeah.
Ideal candidate.
So
Strong communicator.
analogy is same. When you go for an MBA program, you have to cut off. You need to have a cutoff in RC, in your quant. and all those things come together. So we're not expecting everybody to be A grader, because that's more of a very wishful imagination from our side if we do that. But we definitely have a cutoff. The person should have a very good level of strong communication, should be multitasker. You will not be A in everyone, but that is where our team will kind of see. But yeah, the kind of job this requires a little spread. But yeah, let's say somebody is not very great in content writing, but awesome in some of these other skills, we'll definitely engage them and see, because then we may reorient a little bit of our expectation and we can be flexible.
Sir, when we are talking about AI tools, are there any special certifications that you're looking for that a candidate is expected to have before applying for it? AI tools, something, any certifications that
No.
may help you filter?
Sometimes, because we're a tech company, there is sometimes, the word is sometimes, an advantage if person comes from an engineering background. So AI tool as such would mean that even for a non-tech person, the awareness of all these tools, if you're not using GPT at all, then you're kind of, you're almost
Outdated.
running behind. And in which case, we'll give preference to people, let's say, who are a little more AI versed. But you don't have to code with us, right? So AI tools are not required in terms of certification ones. Yeah.
Just a basic knowledge of how it is used. It is would that suffice?
Oh yeah, that is sufficient.
Okay, got it.
Great. Okay. While we are checking for questions, guys, there's a chat there's a link in the chat. You can go and ask your questions there if you like this, and it's super exciting. In fact, I'm very kicked. I don't mind shadowing you for a couple of days, figure out what you do. So it'll be super fun person to do that. So yeah, very nice. So guys, please apply. Again, Vidur, job well done. So do we have any questions, guys? Okay. Great then. Okay, so thank you so much for joining in and for this very interesting interaction. So we'll keep you posted, Prasun, on what's happening and how people apply. Thank you, Vidur. Thank you so much for joining.
All right. Thanks, Vidur.
Yeah. So everybody listening, stay tuned for more. We have Opportunity Mondays, we have Career Thursdays, Recruiter Talk, Starter Sundays, Careers Over Chai, all of these things. So CareerCarve will actively bring to you many sessions to accelerate your career, because we are India's first career accelerator for Gen Z. The QR code will take you to the page where you'll get a link to sync our calendar. Of course, your Google Calendar must be installed in your phone if you want to do that, but go ahead and be updated with everything that we're doing. See you in the next one. Thank you so much.